días. Hoy es viernes. I felt like that was more exciting when we had a 9-to-5 job, and we would always look forward to Fridays. It was either payday or not. Pero vamos hoy, ahorita, de hecho, en camino hacia... It's not an event because yesterday was my last pop-up of the year, but it is...
Inspection.
Yeah, I set it up to be sort of like, just to set myself as if I'm having an event. So I'm gonna be parked somewhere where with permission, and I'm gonna have inspection. So part of being a business owner with either, if you have a food truck or like a mobile bar like ours, is you need to have, as a requirement for the health department, you need to have inspection.
Okay.
2 paid inspections per year, and their years look a little bit different. At least here in Michigan, every state could be different, pero aquí is every April. Like in April empieza el año para ellos. Entonces I had one in September, thankfully, because last year me esperé hasta el último minuto, and I do not recommend that because it's so stressful. That's what made me had to open up this year earlier than I wanted to, because I had to get that last inspection done before April 30th. So this time I was like, that's not happening again, because yo no quiero abrir in April again next year, just to have that paid inspection to kind of complete that. And that's really important to do, porque si no lo hacemos, that means we have to redo all of the paperwork, resubmit everything, and pay the fees as if, you know, and the fees are a lot in the beginning. So I don't want to go through that hassle. Even though I'm not sure about doing pop-ups next year, I still want to have that done, because just in case there is this big event that I may not know about, and maybe there's an opportunity, I never know what can, you know, bring on next year. And I just want to be prepared with all my paperwork, have that ready, and not let that hold me back. Yeah, hold me back from saying yes to more opportunities, right? So I just want to have that set in place, and that's why we're having this last inspection for the year, and I can come in next year with, you know, nothing that can limit me. So that's the main reason why. It's not really required for private events, but yeah, it's more for public events where, hey, if I want to be at a farmer's market, I'm able to because I have my paperwork ready. So that's the main thing. It's just making sure that I am following all the protocols and requirements and all that jazz, which is good, right? It's really good that people are having these inspections, because we want to make sure we're buying a service like from people that are doing things right and are taking health into consideration. I never like buying, I don't know, food or anything like that if I know, yeah, I don't even want to imagine the things that can go completely wrong if they're not doing things right, you know, according to inspection. So that's what we're doing. And then later on, I'm so excited porque last year we discovered this, pero está una calle tan famosa que se llama Tilson Street, and it's in, is it Romeo, Michigan. Nos queda a nosotros como una hora, es un poco retirado, pero it's worth it because it's this whole neighborhood that really is kind of like a thing now. I don't even know what year this is for them, but this whole neighborhood has committed to decorating their houses and all for Halloween. So they go above and beyond, and I really haven't seen anything like it, and it's fun. It's part of like that, you know, like fall, like things to do for Halloween with the fam. So I really enjoyed it last year, and we're gonna go to that again today because se nos vienen unos días tan busy. I just can't believe, I feel like apenas empezamos. Yo siento que desde septiembre everything has been like boom, 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 right? We're leaving well, you saw we bought tickets to Mexico and whole other story, pero nos tardamos en comprarlos, and we're leaving in a couple weeks, so we are like, oh my gosh, so we're going to Hocking Hills with some friends, which we're looking forward to do next weekend, and that's in Ohio. It's beautiful. Like you get to hike there, and I'm excited to see now. I think that by that time, I think the colors of the trees, like the fall, you can actually experience, like that to me is my favorite part, is the colorful leaves and being in nature, and you know, sweater season and being with friends and connecting and catching up. I think that's just the most, you know, I think that just gives me so much fulfillment. It makes my heart super, super happy, and yeah, I just love that my little girl's gonna get to also connect with their little girls, and yeah, we're just so pumped for that. So that's coming up next weekend. We're planning for that, and then we're heading to Mexico literally like a week later. So andamos así como que de tantas cosas. It's like, okay, what do we do, because where do we start? As you saw in a previous vlog, I have completely lost track of like fashion, of girl, like and guys, I've lost complete track of, yeah, like just, I don't know, dressing up, I guess, right? Which is not a bad thing, because como les dije, that's been the least of my priorities now. Siento que antes era un poquito más, pero ahora como que ya no tanto. No sé si it's like, I don't even know what that's, you know, due for, pero sometimes when I have trips like Mexico, I'm like, bro, like ni siquiera I have, which is not bad again, but I have like 2 pairs of jeans and they're pretty old, so I'm like, a veces me agarra así como que, oh my gosh, but I want to get to a point where I'm slowly like swapping my closet for things that, you know, clothes that align with me. Monday?
Intentional clothes.
Also intentional clothes, which that's gonna be a swap that I think with time it'll come. Not right away swapping everything to like more. Because we really don't like fast fashion, pero it's been in our low talks journey. It's been not a swap that we did right away, and we have been doing right now. Porque eso pues sí, es que sí cuesta ya, you know, we don't have to swap. I don't think anyone who is in health and wellness needs to swap every single thing in their life. It's really what makes sense to you and your family and what you value the most. For us, clothes in the beginning wasn't so much, pero now that we kind of swap a lot of other things that were primary, that were more important, como por ejemplo el agua, right? Like filtering our water system, our home system, which is really important, because that's the thing that we actually reminds me of. We need to be, you know, staying hydrated, and water was one of the first things we swapped. And then hopefully, ya después in future vlogs, I'll get to show you. Oh my gosh, this camera's moving. So bumpy. I have you on the dashboard, so yeah, I know it's like moving a lot, but that's what we have right now to work with. But yeah, como les decía, después les voy a enseñar like swaps that I've made along the way since I started my health journey, and all of that is going to be super, super helpful to overall health and wellness. It's made a difference in our lives, right?
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. I'm trying to drive.
No, I know, but I'm like, it made it seem like I was like pressuring you to say yes. And so I was like, right? And then I did it on purpose. But yeah, so what was I saying? I ramble a lot, just so you know. I did say that we were going to Tilson Street, right?
Yes.
We're going to Tilson Street. That is something we're looking forward to do. And a la vez I'm like, oh my gosh, necesito I do need some skincare products, which I'm trying some new skincare, non-toxic skincare, and I'm looking forward to that porque lo que tengo ahorita, tengo poquito, pero siento que se me va a alcanzar a acabar by the time we're in Mexico, and I don't want that to happen. So, I'll show you what I will be ordering for that. Se llama Oliveda. Creo que se llama Oliveda, the brand. Right now I'm using non-toxic skincare that is called Clear Stem. And so far I like it, pero I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not a person that notices right away. I think for me to notice I have to be taking pictures like before and after, and I don't do that. So it's hard for me to like actually notice that. Yeah, but I like it, but it hasn't been like, whoa, like super noticeable. So I want to try this new skincare, and yeah, it looks really good. And I asked my friend for her discount code, so I'll be showing you that in another video. I'm just trying to order things that I know we need before we leave, because we don't have a lot of time. A lot of things, if you start ordering now, dura como un poquito más de una semana a veces, and we literally have like 2 weeks before we leave. So necesitamos ordenar las cosas ahorita, lo que verdaderamente ocupamos, para que alcance a llegar a tiempo. So, but I've been talking a lot. How are you doing?
Good, right. I got a big curve coming.
Okay. And this guy says that he can multitask. I don't think we can multitask. We suck at it. We really suck at it.
I can multitask.
No.
When I want to.
But, you know, we just don't do it efficiently. So.
There's a lot of weed going around.
You know what? This guy at first was so mad because I would say, I have to do this. Whatever it was like I.
Oh,
and then he was like, why don't you never include me? Like, you should start saying we. And then now I start saying we, and that's what I get.
You include me in the we's and the negatives. In the negatives. What about the we and the positives? That's what I'm saying.
I did do that. I do that.
I gotta turn.
I don't like eating on the road, pero sometimes this is real life. You're busy, entrepreneurs, and you're always on the go, which is not good. I think that is one of the biggest things that contributes to indigestion. And right now my body is not set in this environment to be,
it's not moving or anything,
digesting properly. I have to do like, you know, calm eating in parasympathetic state, and no, like, this is what our modern world has, you know, actually, it's been affecting our health, part of it, because we're always on the go. This is true. This is something that will spike like your blood sugar. It causes so many other things that we don't think about, because this is all so normal for us. It's like modern world, literally. You're reading the emails, you're like multitasking. At certain level, todos tenemos un attention deficit, because we can't focus on one thing because there's just so much going on. So this is something that, this is real life. Like, even me as a health coach, I understand that we can't do everything to the T, you know, pero hacemos lo que podemos. I mean, yo diario digo, what is worse? Not eating, right? Versus eating on the road. And you can do your best. Literally, it's like you can do your best. But I'm not saying it's gonna always be, again, perfect, porque we should be eating in a state of no distractions, in a state of, again, you are in your parasympathetic state, which is calm, rest, digest, being mindful, not watching TV, you can be talking to other people. I think eating in community or eating with like family members or friends, that is literally the best thing you can do for your health, because you're talking to people, so that actually allows time for your body to, you know, digest the food, and you're taking things much more slowly, versus like if you're watching a video or doing something with distraction, you're like constantly just shoving food in your mouth without really being mindful of when you're full. So we just got to the place. Oh my god, it's like so stressful because you're in the middle of the road trying to pull into the parking lot. Pero good thing that there's a red light right now, so cars are waiting.
Well, I thought you said good thing my husband's a good driver.
That too. Oh my god, this shop is so beautiful. Riverside Vintage Market. Shout out to Sam for allowing me to do this. She's literally the sweetest person ever, and I swear to you, I've never seen in like a vintage market this organized and well curated and so beautiful and thoughtful and everything. Like, she's constantly shifting things to for the season. So right now it's more like fall and Halloween stuff. Like, it's just so, hopefully I get to
Record?
Yeah, hopefully I get to record and show you a little bit about her shop, because it's so stunning. Like, I freaking loved it. The first time I was here, this is where I got my ceramic mug where you see my matcha most mornings. This is a place. It is so stunning, seriously. So yeah, Sam has been the sweetest person ever. Like, oh my gosh, she's so nice. And I'm so grateful that she allowed me to use her parking lot to be able to like complete the inspection. So anyways, nos vemos en al ratito, porque la inspector llega a las 11:30 and it's 10:54 a.m. so I have almost 30 minutes to set up and just be ready for her. So esperemos that by the time we we continue this vlog, we will be able to, we have passed inspection, right? So nos vemos en un ratito. This is the Riverside Vintage Market. Look how freaking beautiful this is. So I always say support small local businesses, and I just love everything that she has in there. So we are going to, this is what it looks like on the inside of the mobile bar, and thanks to my hubby and my cousin's husband who helped us with this project. It was really helpful and thoughtful of him to kind of help us design, because we had no idea. He's really an expert of like building food trucks, so yeah, he helped us out as well in the beginning. Pero yeah, this is something we do every single time we have an event, is taking this out, vacuuming the floors, cleaning the floors, and setting everything up. Este guy me regaña todo el día.
Por arriba. No todo el día, nada más de vez en cuando.
Ajá, ok.
Cuando digo una cosa es una cosa.
Whatever. I'm gonna fire you. No, just kidding.
Yeah, peace.
Wheezy. We passed inspection.
Well, you passed. I was outside.
Well, yeah, I mean, we passed. You're part of this business too, so.
Oh, sí.
¿Quieras o no? A huevo.
Oh, sí.
No, but we're so happy that we passed. It's such a relief, because we know we're set up for next year, and I don't have to worry about it. Last year was stressful because I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's April. I have to open up, and it was so cold, and that's really sucked because I wasn't ready. But I had to do an event to get that paid inspection, so that before April 30th, or else todo se me iba a vencer, and I had to restart the process again. I did not want to do that again. So it's such a big relief. Yeah, knowing that we have these trips coming up, I am just not gonna worry about this anymore, and I get to rest. I like having these seasonal breaks, like closing down for the season, my mobile bar, because I feel like I get to tap into also my creativity and actually use that break to brainstorm probably more drinks that I want to do and just be more creative and crafting, and I feel like if I was to do this the whole year long, I can actually get burnt out just by doing the same thing over and over without having breaks per se.
Pásale, elotes asados.
Nada de elotes asados, which actually they sound really good right now.
I know, right?
It's so hot, y yo en esta suéter. By the way, look at my sweater. Like, show them my sweater. I love this sweater. I got it from Etsy. If you want to know honestly, I feel like if you just like search it up in Etsy, like monarch butterfly sweaters, they'll pop up. But I felt like it was perfect because you already know we call our fifth wheel La Monarca, and it just means so much, from being Mexican Americans to having this RV to the whole resiliency or journey, everything, and what's going on now in this world with the Latino community. I just feel like it's just an empowering way to represent and be proud of that. So I also love the color. At first it wasn't so convincing, but like, it is Halloween, it is fall, so it's like perfect, and they are orange, so I mean the butterflies. So I love it. It feels so cozy. Now we're waiting for Sam literally to open her vintage store because I really want to check out some stuff and support her business, even if it's just buying one small thing for her business. And I want to make her a drink, so I want her to like check out the menu, and then that's gonna be on me, because honestly, this has been, we're so blessed, you know, that people support us and love us, and we're so blessed to be able to have her support, to even just borrow her space for us to just get this inspection done and get it out the way. So yeah, we're just waiting on Sam right now, and I'm gonna do a drink for hubby. What do you want?
Oh, you're making it? Oh, okay. Apple Harvest.
He wants the Apple Harvest, which we use organic apple crisps is what I call it. They are apple crisps, right? Crispy Reds. These are organic. They're just dried apples. There's nothing else in it, and I love the simplicity of it's just one ingredient. So I crush them all up, and I do my own in-house caramel with coconut sugar, which by the way is on my blog. If you see my recipes, it's slowly building up. It's taken a while porque todo, I mean, see, if you consider everything that we're doing as a family, it is freaking insane. I don't know how we've made this even sustainable. Sometimes it doesn't feel sustainable, to be honest. So we're all over the place, pero yeah, I'm slowly building my blog, and that's something I love to do, is sharing the recipes. But we're gonna do that
It's right there.
right now. Okay, so you got started on the caramel rimming here, and we're going to put some apple crisp. This is a drink that is so refreshing. No está dulce, but it's also not, I don't know how to explain. I think it's so hard to explain what like a balsamic vinegar tastes in mocktails, because people think it's like, oh, I don't want vinegary drinks. But there's, not only are they great for blood sugar, pero saben como, they're like super refreshing. ¿Tenemos hielo? Vamos a agarrar hielo. By the way, we also filter our ice. I have an ice machine back home, and all of our ice is filtered. And guess what? I love decorating all of my drinks with a beautiful edible flower. And because it is the season and it is an organic flower from our garden, literally we bought organic soil to start our garden this year, and we top it off with this beautiful marigold, cempasúchil. Así se dice, no? It pronounces cempasúchil. So there it is, and it smells amazing. I mean, I'm gonna get this first sip.
Oh, sí. Oh, pásale. So much for a drink for my hubby.
Oh my god. This is so good. Okay, well, normally people don't do that, but
I just did.
But he did. And when he bit that, I'm not gonna lie, todo el aroma de la flor, I can smell it all the way over here.
It's so strong.
And so when you're drinking that, you're also smelling the flower. Now all of them have that beautiful smell, but oh my gosh.
Smells so good.
Se te va a meter el apple crisp ahí en la nariz y te vas a tapiar. Things from the Riverside Market, and it's really to support small local businesses. And I forgot to mention, but this market is in Clinton Township, Michigan. So if you literally Google Riverside Market, you'll find the address. I don't think last time I checked on there, the times weren't accurate. It says it's closed, but it's not closed. So you might just want to call to check in with the times when they open. But I definitely recommend checking it out. It is so beautiful. As you saw, I got some snippets of the place inside, and it's just adorable with the cutest things. And you're always gonna see different things there. I went around like 5 times in the store because you'll find different things. That's what Diego was saying too. He's like, every time I walk by, I see different things. You'll notice different things. So I just feel like there's an art to it, right? When they're in like vintage markets, it's like an art because como acomodan y todo. She has an eye for that, and she's so creative. So it's different from like last time we were here, and it's still like the fall, but she like will move things around, and it doesn't look like super cluttered. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just absolutely stunning. So check her out, and yeah, we're gonna head home right now, unload, and I don't know, we got like a lot of things to do, so we just gotta plan and see what we're gonna be tackling on next, so that way we can aprovechar el día. But we'll see you a little bit later. I was just organizing the boxes for the mobile bar. I like to do that, clean everything out and organize, make a list of the things that I would need to order coming next year, so that I'm not, by the time I am preparing for an event, I'm not stressing out about, oh my gosh, what do I need to order, and going through all the inventory, and that's just more stressful on me. I like to do it right by the days that I'm ending or that I closed for the season. So that's what I was doing right now, is just organizing, taking out every single thing from the boxes that we travel with, so that, you know, the things that, my things pretty much to set up for the mobile bar. And I was making a list of the things that I would need to order. That way I just have that in my phone, look at my phone next year when I'm ready to reopen, and I'm able to know exactly what I need to order and need to take with me for my first event. So I like to be organized, and there's nothing like doing those things beforehand. Like, for me, is immediately is better, or immediately meaning like right now, right? And not waiting till last minute to do all that stuff, because I'm just honestly putting more stress on me if I was to do that, wait till last minute and procrastinate. So I got this delivery from Thrive Market. Most of you, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know what I'm talking about. I have been a fan, I think since, like, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 years ago. So I want to talk a little bit about Thrive Market and show you my small order that I did get some things from there. And if you're not familiar with it, it is an online marketplace where you're able to order really anything from like household to pantry staple items, and they are more likely to have it at a better price than at your local store. And the other thing is that they have way more variety than, you know, usually if you go to, like, let's just, you know, say one store, then you're not gonna find probably more options, and this online marketplace has way better options. Another great thing about it is that I think it's recently new, or at least this year, that they are accepting like food stamps and all that. So that's a great way to use up, you know, the money. And yeah, so it is amazing. I pay, as of right now, 2025, I pay about $60 a year. So to me, it's so worth it. You get free shipping if you order, I want to say like $49 and more. For frozen items, it is a different price. No me acuerdo bien because I don't usually order a lot of frozen items, so I don't know the number, like the limit on that. But yeah, so I'm not really an affiliate, but I do have like a friend referral code that I have on my Linktree. So if you want to, you know, check that out, you do get a free gift if you use my link for your first order. So these are some of my pantry staples that I personally get. Let me see if I can set you up here para enseñarles. I love ordering a lot of the seasonings from there. So I have organic oregano. We use this a lot as a Mexican household, and you know, for the caldo de pollo, all that stuff, which is one of my go-tos because tiene muchos minerales. You're essentially, that's literally my bone broth. Anytime I'm making caldo de pollo, that is bone broth, which is amazing for gut health, for your hair, skin, nails. It is there's a lot of collagen, a lot of glycine in that. So that is, for me, one of the most healing foods and the easiest foods you can ever do, especially on the Instant Pot. I do it so often, and I don't know why. Every single time I'm doing caldo de pollo, I'm like, I should literally just upload this to my blog. Pero siento que es tan simple y sencillo que I'm like, no, like, you know, people are not going to really care. But I should still do it. I should not think that way. But I have some ground nutmeg because, you know, fall flavors and spices call for that. And I've been using this salt for a long time. I know that you get to see things, you know, there's always going to be those things on social media where it's like, be careful, like, new test came out, yeah, you know, that it has a bunch of lead or whatever, right? and so people are always like, that's my thing, is I don't necessarily freak out about that stuff anymore, and quite frankly that will stress you out if you're on top of every single thing, and it's like, oh my gosh, I was eating this and now I found out that it has this and this, and it keeps going and going, and you will find yourself down the rabbit hole, and then all of a sudden you're stressed and nothing ever makes sense. And yeah, that is literally the worst route you can take when it comes to health and wellness. So I don't stress about that. To me, it's not worth it, because if you're supporting your body on a whole different level with like movement and connection and community and in other ways, like that, you know, whatever you found in that study is not going to completely affect your whole entire being, if that makes sense, you know. So this is why I love coaching personally, and I recommend it, like Coaching 101, is because I get to talk about these things on a deeper level with my clients. And you know, when you don't have a coach and you're always looking through this on social media and you're scrolling, unfortunately you're gonna find yourself being really, really stressed out, because you found that this person is saying that this is really good for you, and then this person is saying that actually it's not really good for you, and you're gonna find yourself, well then what the hell, like I don't understand how health works, and you're gonna find yourself really confused. And so my approach is looking at the person, like bio individual, and going from there. So anyways, like I said, I do ramble a lot, so that's just me. So I got a lot of the real salt. Me gusta, anytime I'm seasoning my food, this is the salt that I use. And this has a lot of minerals, so we don't want to be using bleach, table salt, just regular salt, como, I don't even want to, no me acuerdo del brand, pero you know which one I'm talking about, that one that's just completely white. It is bleach and stripped from all its minerals. We do not need to be putting that in our bodies. Aparte que there's a lot of salts like that have sugar, believe it or not, in it, and there's like anti-caking agents, all that. So just keep it real, y'all. Keep it real. And then I order also a actually this is different. It's not the one that I just noticed. I got the casein free, which I didn't need to, but hey, I guess we're gonna try this out. I got the vanilla bean protein powder from Just Ingredients. If you check out her website, she has a bunch. Literally has been coming out with a lot of health and wellness products, from like supplements to protein powders to energy drinks to all these things, which I have my own thoughts about, you know, taking a lot of supplements. But what I really love what she's doing. Caroline, she is amazing. I've met her in person before, and I mean, what she's doing, it is incredible, because she's changing the whole dynamic when it comes to even like big food and what is available to us, because now thankfully there's a lot more options than we used to have in terms of better ingredient products and better for you. So her protein powders have been great. One of my favorites though is the Be Well by Kelly, because it's so simple, her ingredients, and I've shown that before. Chocolate is my favorite from hers, but I like using the vanilla bean protein powder from Just Ingredients in like when I'm doing pancakes or maybe some cookies and I want to throw some like vanilla flavor in it. But hopefully later on I'm going to show you some tips and tricks about using protein powders when it comes to even doing things like in pasta, like the sauces, unflavored protein powder. That's one of my tips that I've given to my clients, just because you want to balance things out sometimes when you're having, you know, carbs and all that. But yeah, so I feel like I can dive in to all that, pero me distraigo. Otra cosa que ordené es vanilla bean paste. I thought it would be thicker, but I hear it, so it's a little bit more like on the loose side. So this is real vanilla, and oh, I just realized it does have some sort of gums. Ni me había fijado. See, there's things that I even like, for me, that I get carried away. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me try this vanilla bean paste, and then sometimes me pasa where I'm not like triple checking the ingredients. But anyways, we're gonna still give this a try. I wouldn't have ordered this if I had seen this beforehand. Just because I like to keep it even simple, real ingredients. If I start seeing more gums and things that are not really necessary, then it's not worth it. It's not worth ordering. Pero bueno, ya lo tenemos. I can't return it. And then I have this. I've been really loving these micro minerals. This is amazing. So one of the things, I hope you can see this, pero these are amazing to add to your water. So a lot of people don't know that to truly stay hydrated, you have to add those minerals back to your water. And anytime filtering your water is great, and I want you to do that. However, we think that that's just hydrating, and it's not. It's actually stripping away even more minerals, because what you're doing is you're like rinsing all of the minerals that you might have already in your body, and you're just going to pee all of that out anyway, so you're not retaining the actual minerals, and your body is just pretty much rinsing, right? And you're not absorbing that. So this is what helps you absorb it. So have you ever felt like you are drinking tons of water and you're still so thirsty and no se te quita la sed? Is because you're missing a lot of minerals. And unfortunately, mucha gente are falling for whatever is available. For example, Costco has like the IV liquid, and a lot of people think that is great. It is not great. I don't, maybe when I'm at Costco next time, I'll like show you a little bit more. But I think the first ingredient is like cane sugar, right? Those are the small things that you do not notice that is affecting you, and it adds up by the day, by the week, by the month. As soon as you know it, you have way more added sugars than you actually need. And this is what's affecting your metabolic health, and it's causing way more issues like inflammation and then chronic health disease, and it's feeding off of all of that. And these are the things that we need to be more mindful of and be more like conscious consumers, in my opinion. So it is just really staying away from a lot of added sugar and a lot of the BS out there that is in food. So I'm really passionate about reading ingredients and taking care of your body in the best way possible, so that you are not later on dealing with all of these issues that you think are normal or that you think is part of life, because everyone else is either has it or is also normalizing it, and there's like, it's just masking the symptoms, and you get into this loophole, and it's kind of like hard to get out of that. And what I am really passionate about is all about preventative health, and that is through nutrition and lifestyle. It is huge. You will definitely prevent a lot and will have a better quality of life when you focus on the fundamentals of health. And that is fundamental, understanding what you're putting in your body, on your body, and so forth. So Kiki milk is a milk that I have loved for my toddler. So she has loved this milk. Whenever we are taking a break from dairy, for example, that's when I will give her this kind of milk. Les quiero enseñar cómo se ve. For some reason, she is a kid, right? She loves the small little cartones de leche, and I have the big ones, like the family one, and she does not want that one for me to pour it in a cup. She prefers to drink it out of this. So toddlers are something else for sure. But this is the unsweetened Kiki milk, y creo que tienen de vanilla, creo que tienen de chocolate. I just like to keep it, again, simple, but the ingredients are phenomenal. And a lot of milks, unfortunately, for kids, especially nut milks, they're horrible, with horrible ingredients, even with inflammatory oils. Like, you'll see sunflower oil in there, you'll see some sugar in there. Kids do not need more sugar, trust me.
And this one, for example, has a blend of filtered water. It has organic rice, which is important when it comes to grain. I've said that before. There's sprouted pumpkin seeds. Sprouted is great. We want some hemp seeds in here. There is, excuse me, organic coconuts. There's seaweed. There's organic bananas. That's the sweetener really in here, and sea salt. That is it. There is no gums. There's no emulsifiers. There's no protein isolates. There is no synthetic chemicals. Nothing in here. So I have loved these for her. So when we're traveling, I just love how easy it is. Like how, you know, small, and yeah, it's just amazing to have. This is something for sure that I will have in the pantry once in a while. So I also have some dish soap that I get from there. I've just stuck to that one. No he cambiado since, I don't know, it's just, I guess, on repeat. Whenever I'm running really low on that, I just place more of that. I haven't looked into, I like to try new soaps, but ya cuando me gusta algo, I just don't really think about it too much, because, you know, oh my gosh, we have so much already on our plate that's just, you know, kind of an automatic thing. But I have some garlic powder, y también ordené pure vanilla extract because ya no tengo. And again, I love baking, especially sourdough, and I think we're gonna be doing some like cookies and all that, and so that sometimes requires vanilla extract. So that is it. I do feel like I made, no, I don't think so. I feel like some stuff are missing, but now that I'm looking, I do not think so. Yeah, so I just wanted to share with you real quick, you know, Thrive Market and what really, you know, they're about. They have way better options. Not everything on there is 100% healthy, but they do have healthier options, and it's so easy to read the ingredients on there. And yeah, so one of my favorite places to shop for sure. So
vamos a llegar aquí a Romeo, Michigan. Aquí es donde está Tilson Street, la calle, bueno, las calles famosas que decoran todo de Halloween. Nada más que estoy pensando, I was saying that I don't have lighting, so it's gonna look pretty dark overall. But look at this line for Dairy Queen. It's insane. Mira, es un lobo feroz. Es La Bella y la Bestia. This one's really
You guys want to take a
creepy.
picture?
No, thank you.
Te estoy diciendo. We'll see in front of la niña.
Not gonna scare you with like your. I think he's scared like.
It's very dear state in it, but every once in a while what pops up and grabs you. So be careful where you dig now.
Este es de puros fantasma. Oh my god. Whoa. This is wild. Whoa. Look at those. Y estás viendo el show.
Se mueren de la risa.
Los minions. Es de puras calabazas. Más tranquila. I would say more friendly.